and welcome to Jolineknitsalot. This is my show about knitting and crafting and the things I get up to here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And this is a special episode where I'm going to review, discuss, rehash the summer knits I made this year. Last winter, I had an idea that I would make some more knits that I could wear in the summer months. I had a lot of sweaters, vests, socks, warm weather accessories, but I don't have so many knits, hand knits, that I can wear in the warmer months, and I wanted to fix that. So my plan was to knit a few different types of garments. A lighter weight long sleeve layering piece, because here in Edmonton we can still get cool evenings and spring can be cool, especially rainy days. So I wanted something I could just, like a light top that I could throw on for it in the evenings. I wanted a t-shirt because that's a sort of very useful garment. I could wear it to work or I could wear it around the house. And so a t-shirt was definitely on the list. And then a couple of tank tops because I do like to feel cool when it's really hot outside. So I came up with 4 patterns that I wanted to knit. And I tackled them all. In fact, I finished them all. The first one that I knit was the Sabella sweater. This is a pattern by Isabel Kramer. It looks like this. I made it quite oversized. It is just a plain, simple pullover with some interesting saddle shoulder shaping. And I knit it in some Knitting for Olive silk. So it's a very lightweight, drapey, kind of breezy top. It sort of adds a little bit of warmth without being overly heavy. It's definitely oversized, so I can layer it over top of pieces, but it's quite plain and drapey. And this top has been a really great piece to add to my wardrobe. I can throw it on over a lightweight t-shirt or tank top. I've worn it to work very comfortably in the cooler spring weather. And I think that I would definitely recommend this pattern. It's very well written and with interesting details like these saddle shoulders. I found this to be a really quick knit, at least the top portion, because it is knit top down. And because of all this interesting shaping, it kept my interest. So you can see you sort of increase on one side here and then increase on another side here. And it does create a really wearable piece. I use this lovely silk which is a soft yarn. It's very next to skin, super comfortable to wear, but also breathes really well. Did I make any changes to the pattern? I think the only major change I did was pick up stitches along the neckline, because the original pattern just has you cast on and then that edge is left plain. But I picked up stitches. I knit, I think, 2 rounds of knit 1, purl 1, and then I did an I-cord bind off, and that just gave me a little bit of structure at the neckline to keep it from really like gaping and falling off my shoulders, and that helps to give this sweater some structure. And I basically used the same edging that I had done at the bottom, which again was a knit 1. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite a very small rib, but it's maybe a couple rounds of knit 1, purl 1, and then an I-cord bind off. And if memory serves, I used my my I-cord tool to, I'm not going to dig it out. I used my I-cord tool to create the I-cord, and it worked really nicely. I used it on the sleeves too, and the reason that there is no knit 1, purl 1 on the sleeves is because I forgot. And that's all there is to it. So this is a very simple layering piece. It's almost a tunic length, but quite comfy, easy to wear, and soft. The yarn is lovely. So that was the first piece that I had off my needles. And the reason I knit this one first is because I thought I could wear it first, given the weather here in Edmonton. The next piece that I decided to knit was a t-shirt. And I sort of looked around. I have knit other t-shirts before, but the one that really struck a chord with me was the Flipside Tee by Tanis Lavallee of Tanis Fiber Arts. I chose a very neutral colored yarn. This is some Ritual Dyes Undine, and it's undyed, it's natural. And I knit it all in one color. This yarn has gone through the washer and the dryer, so it's really easy care. And I knit the pattern to specifics. I may have knit it slightly longer because that's usually my preference. I don't like things to be super cropped. But this t-shirt, I think with continued wear, wash and wear, it will continue to become more soft and wearable. It is easy to wear. It's next to skin comfortable. It is a very cute t-shirt. I think it's quite flattering. I did knit it slightly oversized so that it would have be comfortable and drape nicely, and I would absolutely recommend this pattern to anyone. I think that this eyelet pattern gives it a lot of interest and makes it easier to knit in the sense that it always gives you something to be working towards. And I would absolutely recommend this pattern. Flipside Tee by Thomas Lavallee. In this yarn, it worked really, really nicely. The next pattern I knit was the one I'm wearing right now. This is a little tank top by Sari Nordland called the Roman Holiday Tank. I'll just stand up to give you a quick view. As you can see, it has a little bit of interest here with some garter stitch and then a garter stitch band down the side. Initially, when I knit this pattern, I had knit these straps too long and it was just uncomfortable. It didn't feel like the straps would stay on my shoulders well. And so I went back in, I took a needle, I just stuck a needle in one side, stuck a needle in the other side, ripped it out, and then redid my Kitchener bind off. And it fits me much better now. It's very much more my size in this sort of upper shoulder area. This tank top is exactly the same on the front and the back. And I knit it with some Crux Fibers silk and linen sport weight yarn, which is just beautiful. It has a lovely drape. It's super soft, is very comfortable to wear. I knit it with a bit of Positive Ease again, and this tank top I think will be something that I reach for often, especially in the warmer weather. I think the color is lovely, and I think that the pattern is very well written and very comfortable. So I would recommend the Roman Holiday Tank. And finally, I have my last warm weather knit, and this is something called the Rowdy Tank by Caitlin Turowski. This is a very simple tank top. It's got a lot of interest in terms of the knitting of the top, and then once you join the at the armholes, it's just simple straight knitting straight down. Oftentimes when I knit a project like this, I will knit from the top down and I'll use the whole first skein of yarn, and then when I start my second skein, I'll do all the edgings. So I knit the ribbing at the armholes and the neck hole, and then I join to the body and I just knit until I have very little knitting left. I used Ritual Dyes Undine again, this time in the Jewel Weed colorway. And again, this tank top has been through the washer and the dryer. You can see, I think that the second skein had a lot more variability in the dye. There's some bits that, some stitches that really have no dye. But I think the way that it's worked up in the pattern, it looks fine when I'm wearing it. And again, a very, very comfortable knit. I knit this with a bit more Positive Ease than the pattern called for. And I think if I were to knit it again, I would choose to knit it at a slightly smaller size so it was more fitted to my body. But I do prefer in warm weather to wear pieces that aren't super form-fitting. I just find that more comfortable. I am hoping that these two pieces that I knit in the Undine will continue to become softer and more wearable as I wash them. I think with the cotton and the linen, that is what I would expect. but I would definitely use this yarn again. I think my favorite yarn that I have used this summer is this one, this lovely silk and linen blend. It is drapey, it is cool, it is soft, and it was very easy to work with. And so I think this is something that I would reach for again. But overall, I'm really happy with all the pieces that I've made for my summer wardrobe. They're all things that I can wear very easily. Particularly the Flipside Tee, I think, is something that is super wearable, and I would consider knitting again. Now that's all that's left to do, I suppose, is plan my fall knitting. Thanks so much for stopping in and listening to me chat a little bit about the summer knits that I've made this year that I will continue to wear all summer. I hope that you have found some patterns that you might be interested in knitting, and if you are, let me know in the comments below. Or if you have a favorite warm weather knit that you'd like to recommend, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I hope in the next little while you find time to do the things that you like to do. I know I plan on knitting a lot. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon.